together 100 years. Yes, sir. That is real knowledge. Like this here. Talk to him. Give him something. Skin to skin, bones to clones. Never leave your mind.
Welcome, friends, family, and disgruntled listeners to the 50th edition of To the Maroon, a show about everything and nothing. And that's right. We made it to 50 Cent. Popping bottles in the club, bottle full of bub. Okay, I'm not going to do the rest. And happy Maroon Monday. I am your host, Danny, a.k.a. Captain Maroon, and I will be joined in a minute by my co-host, Sean, also known by his rap name, Romancing the Kidney Stone, a.k.a. King Shingle. And in today's pod, so this recording was actually, believe it or not, from a year ago. That's right, a whole fucking year. We had so much content at one point, and I was having a hard time to just get it out. And since this pod is super relevant to March and the madness that is March, I figured I would hold on to this lucky penny for a whole year. And now, here we are. And what do we discussed? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, March Madness, baby. And specifically, who are the chokers in March Madness? Who are the teams that year after year chokes and loses in the March Madness tournament? And you'll be shocked by what my research finds. And then in the end of the pod, we discuss the root of our anger and how a lot of it seems to derive from how we have reliance and dependence on things that aren't always working in our favor. Don't always have our best interest at heart. And with that, let's go on a journey, my fellow Maroons. Philosopher, save me here.
Give it. West Coast back in the fold, bringing the fire like that Santa and a window. Sooner or later, gotta acknowledge this game. OG balance with that Minecraft thing. Hood to hood connections all across the globe. Putting these vibes back where they belong. Been better since I stepped onto the scene. Kind of lyrics make your mama wanna sing. Unlock these doors, let me in. It's a philosopher with the gift of being. Musical tracks beginning to the end. California.
Are they going to reach back tomorrow? No. They're out. Boiler's broken again. No. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't have hot water for like a week. That was fun.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's rough, dude.
You don't realize how much you need hot water. And then they got it working again. And then briefly, and then it was like intermittent. And then it was like working for a day, wouldn't work for a day, would work for a day. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it got to the point where they sent an email, this is the HOA, saying, hey, don't go to where the water heater is. Don't go to where the boiler is and mess with it. Because people, I imagine, we're getting to the point where like they're going to bring shovels to it or wrenches to try and fix it. Like, what the fuck is going on with this thing? And so I'm not going to make this a whole topic because there's no point. There's no point in making this a whole topic, but don't get an HOA. HOA. So I could do the whole thing.
And don't live underneath anybody. That's the two of Danny's tips for life.
Tips for life. Yeah. Yeah. Don't do it. Yeah. I had someone the other day and they were pointing out like the seams in the ceiling, like, hey, it looks like water damage, like along the seam. It looks like, I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. I've had several water. And they're like, well, it looks new. I'm like, I don't know, probably, maybe. Like, I mean, some of the stuff happened right away when I moved in. And some of it I got patched and then it came back. I mean, it's just like, every day I go to sleep and I'm waiting to like die because like the couch above me collapses from like the ceiling. Every day when I go to sleep, it could be my last. So I really enjoy sleep right now because I really don't know. Speaking of D&D, every time I roll, it's an initiative. Like, will Danny's ceiling collapse above him from water damage? And then the couch smothers him in his sleep. And it's like, and I roll. It's like, just don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. 2. I'm like, whoa, close one. And I go to bed for 2 to 3 hours of blissful, ignorant sleep. Anyway, moving on. One of the topics that came up was, who is a choke artist? Who chokes in March Madness? And really like sports in general kind of came from. But really for this conversation, it was, who is a choke artist in March Madness? Well, I started to Google it and ask people questions, different fans, look things up on Reddit, whatever. All this AI stuff. Every single time I asked, I'd get a different fucking response. I get a different answer. So, this team chokes. Oh man, dude, watch out for Florida. Florida chokes. Oh, Duke always chokes. Watch out for Auburn. So I took a screenshot of the futures of who's going to win the whole thing. Right? Because I love this stuff. Who's going to win the actual, fuck like upset, this and that. Who's going to actually win? And then I went through, after taking a screenshot of all the favorites and who's going to win, top, betting odds, betting favorites, and then highlighted who alleged to people, the internet, according to the, all these different sources, who's a choke artist. Are you ready to hear who's a choke artist?
I'm ready.
Okay. Duke, Florida, Auburn, Houston. Oh, Houston, big choke artist, Houston. Oh, man, they choked in the final. They did. Alabama. Okay, well, then that's 5 teams right there. You named 5 teams. Well, then I'll just bet Tennessee. That's the 6th team. They're plus 1,600. Nope, they're big choke artists. Big time. Big time. All right. Well, then I'll take Arizona then, the 8th team at plus 2,500. Arizona, the Wildcats, they're the biggest choke artists ever. I took them last year. They choked. All right. I'll take the next team, Michigan State. Michigan State? Oh my God, they choke. They choke all the time. All right. I mean, well, I'll take the next team on this list, Gonzaga. Gonzaga? Have you looked at what they do? In the end, they always lose. Gonzaga always loses. All right. I mean, I'll take the next team, Iowa State. Iowa State. I mean, why don't you just give them money? Iowa State. Just hand them money. All right. I mean, I'll take the next team, Connecticut. Connecticut? Like, really? Connecticut? They won back-to-back champions. Before that, Reggie Miller, choke artist. All right, well then what's another team here? I mean, Kentucky, they're a big school. Kentucky, they choke on their words, let alone the game. All right, well then another K then. They're right there, Kansas. I like Kansas. Kansas? Capital C? C for choke. K
just spelled with a C.
Yeah. Kansas with a choke. See? All right. Well, then let's just go. I mean, let's just do some fun ones here. I mean, Louisville at plus 10,000. They always choke. They're like the 30th team here. Well, they choke. They choke. All right. Purdue. They're the king of choking. Everyone knows. Google it. They're the number 1 team. Everyone knows Purdue chokes. All right, well, UCLA hasn't won it in ever. It's like, I just listed every team. This is every team is playing. What are you talking about?
Every team is the choking
It's like-
team.
Yeah, it's like everyone. If everyone's a choke artist, then no one's a choke artist.
Yeah.
Like,
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it was. That's what I found out. I'm like, well, this is so dumb. It just depends on like what fan you ask, you know, and
Yeah.
if they're a fan of like the SEC or the South, then they're like, well, the Alabama always chokes. If they're a West Coast team, well, Gonzaga. You know, if they're an East Coast, Purdue. It's like, this is everyone. This is every team. Every team can't choke. Someone has to win. By the way, all these teams I listed, Houston, yeah, they choked. They went to the final. Yeah, they choked at the end historically. Florida, oh yeah, they choked. They were the ones that won. They won. And then Duke was in the Final Four. Well, they choked. Yeah, but like they're in the Final Four. It's like just losing doesn't mean you choke. One team wins. It's called madness. It's set up to be stupid. And one and done, and oh, they lost. Chokers. What are you talking about? It was like the dumbest thing ever. Every fucking fan I talked to, everything, I was like, all you guys are idiots. This is what I'm realizing. Everyone's a choker. It's like, then no one's a choker and you're all dumb.
And it's not, I think that's what makes it even harder, is it's represented as fact. It's not,
Right.
I think this is a choker. No, it's Purdue chokes.
Right.
Like, no, you're just, who the fuck are you to say this? Like, you're just some idiot on like Reddit or Twitter, and you're telling me Purdue chokes. What the fuck? Like, you know nothing.
Yeah.
Like you have no authority to even answer. If somebody says, "Hey, who's a choker?" you should say, I don't know. I'm not an authority on this. I'm not going to say anything."
Yeah.
No freedom of speech. But side note, and then going back to here, they're just even if they were given empirical evidence, like, hey, this team doesn't choke. No, they choke.
Exactly.
They choke.
Oh, they choke.
I don't care what the data says. I'm not. What are you, a fucking nerd?
Yeah.
They choke.
Oh my God! You don't remember 1999 when they choked? You don't even remember 1999. You're like 25. You looked it up.
And the idea, like, it's college. It's 4 years for the player, then they're gone.
Not
you
even.
Don't have
It's 1 year.
not even. Oh shit! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, for the good ones, like it's 1 year.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
I mean, sometimes it's a couple years, but yeah, I mean,
okay,
it's not a guarantee. 4 years. That is. Even that's not.
I guess that's a good point.
So like it's fucking super year to year. It is so you might see a 2-year run, but you're not gonna see like the same team 4 years. It is so fucking random. It is made to be that way. It's called madness. And then someone loses. They made it to the Elite Eight, and then they lost to a good team. Bunch of chokers, you know. It's like it's just stupid. You guys are dumb, dude. Like someone's gonna win. And someone's going to lose. And most people are going to lose. That doesn't mean that they all just choked on the way. Like, just such a stupid way. I was like, all right. Then I just got such an amusement clicking like every name on this list. And I was like, there's 64 teams in this. I've clicked half the field. Like, this is madness. Like, I mean... Like, forget it. I will never. If anyone ever says, "Oh, watch out, this team chokes," I'll be like, "Oh, okay." I'll be like, "Bet on that team immediately."
Here we go. I got one for you. Somebody runs a marathon, like 21 miles, and then at the end they're done, and they get the participation medal or whatever, and someone says, "You choked at the end."
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I ran 21 miles, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Someone sitting on the sideline that did nothing and watched the whole thing was like, "Yeah, participation trophy, more like the choker trophy." It's like, what have you done? Yeah, it's always the people that accomplish very little talk the most, and then I'm not. I can't complain, but I'm gonna. This is my favorite line. And apparently, calling any team, if you label them a choke artist, and at least in March Madness, it's like, oh, well, you're an emotional. I bet you're really good at gambling. I should just probably follow what you do. Just look at all your winnings. Like, yep, hit, yep. And he's like, yep, bracket 3 years in a row. Honestly, this is getting kind of boring. And I'm like, I get it, man. What you do is you isolate the one that's not a choker. Yeah? That's pretty good advice, dude. So who's your play? No one's talking about him. I like Virginia Commonwealth. Isn't it just kind of like a long shot, though? Yeah, but they don't choke. I mean, they've never been there, so yeah, that's a good point, man. They haven't choked yet, so then they go 1 year. It's their first year ever in school history. Then they lose,
and then they lose, yeah, in the first round. Yeah,
that's what I label them. I label that school a bunch of chokers. You think maybe they played like Duke and they had no chance? Bunch of chokers. All right, no, you're fun to be around, dude.
You went out, you did the research, you pounded the pavement,
yeah,
and you saw everybody's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I realized
they're
like
complete idiots.
Yeah,
who think the worst part is they think they're correct. They're completely like they believe that they are right no matter what. And that is something I respect.
Yeah. You gotta love the confidence, dude. You gotta love it. And you gotta love the excitement over like kind of in the end of the day, nothing. Like we were sitting next to a table and these guys were like losing their mind. A dude hit a half court shot and they were like, and they all got up and one of them almost threw a chair and they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh man, they just must have hit a huge bet. Like these guys must be laying. This is what I'm talking about. All right, we got some win. Like this is what I mean. Like not everyone can lose, right? Like this. Okay, everyone here lost. Left side lost. In front of me lost. This table next to me on the right, they won. All right. And I was like talking to them like, yeah, what'd you guys win? And they're like, we hit 1 out of 5, baby. Yeah. And I was like, you needed in my head, I wanted to say it out loud so badly. You needed a half court shot to hit an over at the buzzer to go 1 out of 5. And you're like, you're running around losing your minds like baboons. You look like Maroons. You probably didn't win your money back. What the fuck? Well, you guys won like 10 grand or something. You look ridiculous. Like this is what's wrong with gambling. It's like you should have won and been like, whatever, man. Like 1 out of this sucks. Want to go home, guys? Like this is brutal. These guys were running around like they won the lottery, dude. It was like, dude, you guys, you lost. You got slaughtered. 1 out of 5 is a bad day. And you needed like a miracle to go 1 out of 5. You should just be like, we're done with betting, guys. That's what I would have done. Like, I want to go home. Fucking lost it. It's crazy. And that's what they're banking on. That 1 out of 5. And you get that little dragon, that taste of the dragon, that little rush. And you're like, let's go 5-3 more, boys. We got a whole afternoon slate. Like you needed a miracle, and you probably didn't even make your money back.
You didn't even make your money back with that miracle.
Yeah. Like you should count that and go like get a steak dinner and be like, man, what are we doing? And instead, it's like, let's go. What do you guys think? Same game parlay? How could he miss 3 threes? Like the same game parlay is for fools. Wake up.
I'm gonna. That's your new nickname. Like, hey, same game parlay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
it encapsulates, like you said, like gambling. You know, gambling is crack, and same game parlay is like holy fuck. This is like you are on another planet of crack.
Yeah. You need everything to go right, and you know it won't, and yet you're still doing it. You are shooting into your toes, hoping for the same high you got from the beginning. This is insanity. This is now you need intervention when you're now gambling first half unders in March Madness. You come on! You're rooting on like missed free throws. Like, what? Like, this is dumb, dude. This is fun. This is the angle. I hope they miss and everyone's miserable. The fans are just sitting there like, hope they make a bucket soon. You're like, yeah, field goal drought, 4 minutes. Yeah. This is fun. Like, it might be a fun angle. I'm not going to win. So this is supposed to be fun. I'm rooting for misery and I still lose.
Yeah, I still lose.
It's like, what's the point of this?
The good part is if you lose, that means somebody else should win. That's the only plus side.
Totally. Yeah. That's what I'm losing my mind. It's like, well, I got slaughtered. That means this table did really well. Yeah. It's like everyone's
doing shit.
Everyone's terrible. That's what my buddy pointed out. He was like, dude, I don't even sense any excitement on the floor. It seems like everyone's getting killed. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it kind of seems like it, man. Like, doesn't seem like anyone's having a good time right now. So, yeah, it was a very humbling experience. It was very like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is why I don't do this. This is why if they legalize gambling in California, sports gambling, it might be one of those things where it's like now it's right there.
You gotta move away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You moved because they legalized gambling.
Yeah. They made it a little too easy. Now you can just put it on your TurboTax. You can just claim it right from California. Is that like a different form? Yeah. It's like a 1099-G or some shit. Next topic. I think you're eating a little too much sugar. That's a good point. Good point. Let's go back to basics. Carnivore diet. Let's go to the carnivore.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get this all fixed. Honestly, that's where you got to start, though. You got to start somewhere. You got to like work on yourself. But it's crazy when you start looking at this shit. And that is actually, I saw this quote recently where it was like, hey, like when you get really mad at something and it seems like benign, like, oh, I can't believe this guy said this on TV, or you read something, oh, I get so mad, or your coworker says something, oh, this person's an idiot. You have to ask yourself, like, why am I so mad? And if you can say, I'm really mad at this person, like, no, this person's a fucking asshole. It's like my day was perfect until this person. It's like, if that's really what it is, well, then there you go. That's also ridiculous, right? Like that, like you didn't be having this fine day, and then someone said something dumb, or you read an article or something, and it set you off. Mm-hmm. The more likely scenario is there's something else you're mad about, and then that thing just set you off. You already have the rant in your head. You're already mad about whatever the thing that happened the other day. You've been thinking about it. You slept on it, and then the thing happened, and then you would, and it's like it kind of woke you up, like fucking Frankenstein. You're like, that's right. All this is bullshit. And then someone's like, hey, you want to smoke? And you're like, oh yeah, okay. Monster. It's like the Hulk. Monster at ease. Ah, yes. Okay. And then, you look at your email. It's like, like, hey, they're polluting, the Amazon or something. Like, sign up for this thing for a real petition. And I was like, right. It's like, and you're like, and then it's like, hey, I know what'll calm you down, big guy. Giants game and a beer. Oh, okay. Okay, then let me just look at my phone. It's like, I don't think you're mad because you looked at your phone. I think you're mad because of everything else.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, that's what I'm trying not to. Or if I go get set off, let's at least make it funny. Now I'm like, critiquing how stupid this is, as opposed to living in it.
Yeah, I remember this must have been like, 4 or 5 months ago. I was in the middle of the night. I was driving somewhere. I was out on the coast, and I was driving somewhere, and I had like the Google Maps, and it's like, okay, wait, is this the place I'm supposed to get off? But I didn't have the GPS wasn't working at the time, so said, okay, well, I know here's where it says to turn, and I don't see it, and I don't, and I end up like 15 minutes, and I kind of look again, I'm like, oh my god, I totally missed it, and I'm losing my shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm in the car. Luckily no one else is there with me, so it's not like I'm like yelling at like making a scene. It's just for me. And then I turned around, and I realized, oh, that was it. Fucking Google, your fucking directions are wrong. And I was and it took me a while to like, why am I so fucking mad at this? And it was, one was just loneliness. That was part of it. But the other one was like, I am so dependent on this stuff that I hate. Like, I hate Google Maps. I hate this phone. Like, and I'm dependent. I'm completely dependent on this.
Yep.
Um
Yep.
yeah. So that was a revelation there.
It's funny you say that, because it just reminded me that I had kind of a similar story where I was, as you know, in high school we had Carl's Jr. near the high school, and that was my
Yeah.
go-to. That was one of my
Sure.
I love that was my OG fast food. I
Yeah.
just love that just greasy food, whole thing. So when they got rid of it around here, super sad. And so anytime I go up north, they have one. Oh, I gotta stop by. Ooh, they got the Carl's there. Gotta stop by, and I know where it is. I've been there several times, to the point where like it's like the same chick that works there. She has like pink hair. And I mean, it's like okay, like I've been here enough times now. Like I know
Yeah.
this spot. And I'm literally going back from where I was coming from, and I'm taking the exit, and I'm like trying, but like as I'm taking the exit, I'm not sure if this is the right one, if I'm going the right way. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to punch in my phone, Carl's Jr. near me. And usually it just pops up right away. Hey, there's one like right there, a
Yeah.
quarter mile. And it's like telling me, hey, there's one in Santa Rosa. And I'm like, no, there's one like right here. Like unless they just closed it, which maybe,
Yeah.
right? But I was like, there's one
With
like,
your luck, probably. Yeah.
yeah. I took the exit, I'm punching, it's not telling me the right thing. I'm like, shit, maybe it's closed. Maybe this isn't it. I'm doubting myself. I go, maybe this, the phone's saying it's not here. And I go back on the freeway. I'm like, where is it? I keep going, take the next exit. I'm like, it's not here. I punch it in. It goes, oh, it's back in Santa Rosa. I'm like, no, it's not, Google. I'm like, there's got to be one around here. And I
Mhm.
go back on the freeway, loop back. So it took me like, it was like a 20-minute like mistake
Yeah.
to like turn
Oh, yeah.
around, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I finally turn around, and I realize, and I was getting really pissed off. I was like in traffic, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like just grabbing the wheel tight, like fucking shit. Like, where is this Carl's Jr.? Did they close it? Like, what am I doing? I swear it was here. And then my phone just goes, oh yeah, well, it's right over here in an expressway. And I'm like, right. And I take the exit that I did originally, the
Yeah.
first time when I started looking at the
Uh-huh.
phone for it. And I realized, like, why was I so mad? It was like I was so mad because like I know where this restaurant is, restaurant, quote unquote, fast food restaurant, but place to eat nonetheless. I know where it is. I've been there several times, and yet, even though I'm on autopilot going there, I look at my phone. Am I going the right way? And it goes, nah. Like I feel like it should know the general area. I get it not knowing like if I'm saying like, hey, am I on this block? So you trying to go left or right. I get that, but it should be like, hey, yeah, there's a Carl's Jr. within 30 miles. There's one here and here, right? Like it couldn't
Yeah.
even do that. And I was just so mad. I'm like, fuck, I'm relying on this thing like you're talking about, super relying on it. And what made me really frustrated was that like I knew the answer, and I still
Mm.
I doubted myself. Asked the machine. The machine's like, no, yeah, you're wrong. And then it's like, no, the machine was wrong. There was a
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. there. I could have just kept going. Would have been fine. Point is, why are we, before we used to be able to get around without this shit. Now we have to have it on to places we've already been. Like, it's kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
I get if it's
Yeah,
new.
and it doesn't even work. And the one thing it should do, which is drive consumerism,
Yeah.
that is the number one thing, is sell, baby, sell. And it can't even do that because it's so fucking broken.
And I gotta say, this pod was a nice distraction. For me, at least. And hopefully for you, all listeners as well, considering the state of the world right now and the fact that we are in an active war that doesn't seem to have any end in sight, just seems to be escalating further and further. That fact is not lost on me or forgotten. Oh, and neither is the fucking Epstein files. Yeah, never letting that shit go. I think we need to talk about it, I don't know, forever. How about that? But I say all that because I still want to create. I still am trying to entertain people and make people laugh, chuckle, because that is enjoyable for me. And no matter how informed I get, I'm still going to continue to be myself. It's just finding that balance. And I'll get there. I think we will all get there, to be honest. Thanks again for listening on our journey to the Maroon.
When we die, who's gonna cry? Does anybody say goodbye? Does anybody ride? Who's gonna funk with me down the way? 100-bar episode by your boy The Train, aka the Philosopher, building back the tracks back to back to back. Believe that. Yeah, he gave it to me, so I'ma give it back. Yeah, he gave it to me, I'ma give it back. Believe that. He gave it to me. Yeah, he gave it to me. Yeah.
Well, Sean?
It was good while it lasted.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say it was good.